Hello and welcome to this video on how to recognize graphs of y to x and y to negative x. In this video, I'll walk you through how to sketch different type of straight lines. Let's begin. We know for all the straight lines, it always has the form y to mx plus c. So m is the gradient, and then c is the y-intercept. Is basically where the line crosses the y-axis. So the gradient is just the measure of the steepness of the straight line. And in other words, the gradient is the measure of how steep a slope is. So the greater the gradient, the steeper a slope is. And then the smaller the gradient, the shallower the slope is. So if we have a horizontal line, a flat line, there's no steepness, then the gradient is equal to 0. So like this one. So if this is like y equal to 1, then we know the gradient is equal to 0. So the x-axis, y equal to 0, the gradient is also 0 because it's just a flat line, no steepness. So if we have like y equal to -2, we know it's 0 gradient as well. And then another important thing for straight line graph is, so if a line goes up, then it have a positive gradient. And if a line goes down, then the line has the negative gradient. That's how we check whether it's y to x or y to negative x. Because for y equal to x, we know the gradient is equal to 1, because it's 1x. And then y equal to negative x, so the gradient is equal to -1, because negative x means -1 times x. So what's in front of x is negative. So 1 means positive, so it goes up. And then -1 is negative number, so it goes down. So we know for the one goes down is y equal to negative x, and the one goes up is y equal to positive x. That's how we recognize which one is y to x and which one is y to negative x. And then for graph sketching, we need to use the fact that the greater the gradient, the steeper a slope is. The smaller the gradient, the shallower a slope is. So let me show you how it works. So for example, as we already know, if we have y equal to x, it should look something like this. So the greater the gradient, the steeper the slope. So if we have y equal to 2x, it should be more steep. It should be like something like this. And if we want to sketch y equal to 3x, it's even steeper than 2x. So y equal to 3x should be more steeper like that. And then if you have y equal to 4x, so then it will go something like this. So as the gradient goes up, the slope is more steep. So until we have like the vertical line, in that case, which is the y-axis, we know it has the equation x equal to 0. The reason we don't write as y equal to mx plus c form because it's a vertical line. The gradient should be infinitely large. That's why we can't write y equal to infinity x plus c. So we have to use x equal to 0 to represent it. And then if the line goes down, like y equal to negative x, we know it goes down like that. So if it's y equal to -2x, so it should be more steep than y equal to negative x. So this is more like y equal to -2x. And if we want to sketch y equal to -3x, so it should be even steeper than that. And then so on and so forth. So that's basically how we sketch the straight line graphs. And let me show you a bit more example for graph sketching. If we want to sketch y equal to 3x plus 2, we know plus 2 is the y-intercept. So it should start from somewhere like this. And then the gradient is 3, so it has to be positive, and then it's increasing. So it should look something like this. And then if we want to sketch y equal to -2x plus 5. So 5, if 2 is somewhere here, 5 should be somewhere around here. And then negative means decreasing. So, and then because 3 looks like this, 2 has to be a bit lower, but in the negative direction. There should be something more like that. So that's always catch this time point. I hope you find this video helpful in understanding how to recognize the graph of y to x and y to x, and also how to sketch the straight line graph in the end. If you did, please give a like, subscribe to the channel, and leave a comment below if you have any questions. I'm always happy to help. Thanks again for watching, and I will see you in next video. Bye.